we need to talk. We need to talk, honey. For how long are you going to keep doing this? For how long are you going to chase this cheap dopamine, by trying drugs, alcohol, video games, I don't know, social media scrolling? Honey, you're postponing your future. Like, you need to stop this and take actual action that's going to make you closer to your goals. And stop doing this bullshit that's going to release this chemical in your brain that's going to make you feel pleasured and rewarded. And chase actual things. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Miriam's. So in today's video, we're going to talk about the cheap dopamine that most teenagers are chasing nowadays. And we're going to talk about 2 points. First point is, how do these people chase cheap dopamine? Like, what do they do to release this chemical? And second point is how to stop doing that and take actual action that's going to make you closer to your goals. Before we get into that, let's define dopamine first. So dopamine is a chemical messenger in our brain that makes us feel pleasure and reward. This chemical helps us regulate mood, attention, learning, motivation. And high levels of dopamine makes us feel happy and encouraged to do these enjoyable activities, and those activities are the activities we always want to repeat. So our brain releases this chemical, so we feel happy, we feel pleasure. So first, let's start with the most common thing in this generation, which is social media. Why do you think social media is addictive? See, these platforms are expertly designed to keep and hold our attention. So like, let's say you posted a photo and now you keep checking your phone to see if you got any new notifications. So each like, comment, or a share gives you this brief and powerful hit of dopamine. So now you feel like this, you feel like this value, like you're appreciated. And you're going to keep coming back and checking your phone to see if you got newer notifications. But this is just cheap dopamine. Honey, not a single like, not a single comment, not a single share determines your value. You determine your value. I've been posting for a long time, but my videos aren't getting like this much views. But I didn't stop. I didn't say, okay, people are not appreciating me, I'm not posting. No, because I know there's people out there that love my content. Not everyone has to like my content, and I'm okay with that. Some people appreciate my content, some people know the value of the information I provide, so I could not care less about the people that don't watch my content. And the second point about social media, which is extremely important, is social media scrolling. Oh my god, this ruined more than half of teenagers and even adults. I call this self-improvement trap, where you basically watch people who took action and achieved what you want. So you keep watching those Lambos, Ferraris, Dubai life, Miami life, and you're like, wow, one day I'm going to achieve this. No, you're not going to achieve this if you keep doing what you are doing now. You'll never get there. Because see, those people got inspired by something and took action, actual action. But what you're doing is watching what they did. You're only consuming what they did, but never producing. See, I heard once a story where a man went to his friend's house and his friend had a billionaire dad. This friend asked his friend's father, he was like, how did you make it in life? Like, how did you become a billionaire? The billionaire replied with one word. It was apply. He was like, what do you mean by apply? And the billionaire was like, see, people think that to make something work, they have to consume so much information and they have to know everything about it, while forgetting about applying what they consumed in action. So now they're just going to keep consuming and never take action because they think they don't know enough. See, also Mark Zuckerberg, the creator of Facebook, once he was like, if I knew how much I would do to make Facebook like this, I would never start. He was like, you never know enough in the start, but just start. So my point is, Stop chasing this cheap dopamine by watching what these people achieved and take actual action to achieve what you want. The second thing I want to talk about that gives you cheap dopamine is video games. The reason video games are addictive is because they are crafted to be immersive and rewarding. By giving you these mix of challenges and achievements to overcome, so they make the players engaged. See, the excitement of advancing to a new level or earning this new high score provides a satisfying sense of achievement. They create this vibrant graphics, engaging storylines, interactive gameplay. It's all to create a captivating experience that is hard to put down. Imagine being stuck on a tough level and you spend hours honing your skills and strategizing. Once you overcome the obstacle, the thrill of victory would be intense, and all the efforts would feel worthwhile. And you would try to seek that high over and over again, forgetting it's just a game. You get stuck in this cage, playing all over again, trying to improve your skills, trying to overcome this obstacle, this challenge, go to the next level, earn that high new score. But you forget it's the game, you forget you have a life, you forget you have goals, you forget you're ambitious. And this is when the game creator can say, I got him. Don't let him catch you. Resist that. It's a game. Improve your skills in life, not in games. Life is a game. If you want to play games, play life. And be the best at it. Overcome the obstacles of life, not the game. Overcome the challenges of life, not the game. Improve your skills of talking, of thinking, of self-developing. The third thing, which is really important, is junk food. The reason junk food is addictive is because it's specifically engineered to be delicious, often combining this sugar, salt, and fat to hit all the right notes in our brain's reward system. Eating these foods trigger a quick burst of pleasure. This is why it feels comforting during stressful days, and this is why many people notice that they eat more than usual when they're stressed. Honey, it makes you feel happy, it makes you feel rewarded. And this immediate gratification makes junk food a go-to option for quick relief, despite its lack of nutritional value. But guys, we're going to go through how to stop doing this in the second part of the video, so you don't have to worry about that. The fourth point, which is alcohol and drugs. Alcohol and drugs are addictive because they offer powerful and immediate feelings of euphoria and relaxation. And these substances alter your brain's chemistry by providing a temporary escape from reality. The effects, though short-lived, are often intense, leading to repeated use as individuals seek those pleasurable sensations. For example, at a social gathering, when you have few more drinks, you feel more relaxed and sociable. So, the warm, pleasant buzz you get from alcohol makes you want to drink more to maintain that feeling. Over time, this can lead to a pattern where you drink more and more to achieve the same sense of ease and enjoyment. A month ago, I was talking to a friend. He's really close friend, like we grew up together. And he sent me this thing called Puff. It's like a vape. He was like, look at what I bought. I was like, what the fuck is that? And he was like, this is a puff, it's like a vape and whatever. I was like, how much does that cost? And it wasn't really cheap, it's good money, okay? It's not that expensive as well, but you need money to buy it. It's not cheap, and it's not worth it for me. He was like, yeah, it tastes good, it makes you escape reality and whatever. I was like, what? Escape reality? He was like, yes, it tastes so good. It gives you this really good feeling. You feel like you're on top of the world, and it tastes so good. And I bought it with, he said, iced flavor, something like that. So your mouth feels like really, really cold and whatever. I was like, honey, it's just something you're, what are you doing? He was like, no, it makes you feel good. I was like, okay, as long as you're good with it. And then We talked like a week ago and he sent me another one. He was like, look, I bought another puff. I was like, did you finish the last one? He was like, yeah. The last one, by the way, you finish 10,000 times of and then he ends. And you throw it in trash. And he was like, I bought another one. I was like, damn, this is a really short period and you already ended it. This was like a month ago. He was like, no, this is actually the third one. So I bought that one, another one, and this is the third. I'm sorry. How much money are you putting on this shit? That's not even worth it. Like, do you have any idea how much you can do with that money? And you're like wasting it on these things? And first, you're wasting money. Second, you're wasting your health. Physical health and mental health. And honey, you're still young. You need to take care of your body. You need to take care of your mind, your mindset. Develop yourself. Don't go and waste your money on things like this. Luke Belmar once said, the first step to success is not spending. Stop spending your money on stupid things. Save it, invest it in something. This is what you need to do instead of chasing this cheap dopamine. Okay, now let's go to the second part of the video where we're going to talk about how to stop chasing this cheap dopamine and take actual action to come closer to our goals. First, we're going to talk about how to stop chasing cheap dopamine from social media. The first thing you can do to reduce your reliance on social media is to set clear and specific limits on your usage. For me, it's 3 hours a day, and usually I don't get there, I don't close the 3 hours per day. And now I am working toward 1 hour a day because I know whatever I'm going to do is not going to take 1 whole hour using my phone. Usually I watch YouTube or consume informations from podcasts or valuable things about business, and it's usually on TV. So if I'm not calling someone or texting someone, everything else is a waste of time. Also, designate certain times of the day to check your accounts and avoid using social media during meals, before bed, or the moment you wake up. Because trust me, if you use your phone in any of those times, and especially the moment you wake up, you already ruined your day. Guys, you can also turn off non-essential notifications to minimize distractions. And if you're not a content creator on TikTok, delete it. And delete every platform that you use to scroll through reels, either on Instagram or videos on TikTok. Delete those platforms. If you are not using them to make money or to build a brand or have a community, delete them. And I know it's going to be hard, but trust me, you will thank yourself for it. Guys, there's this thing I really want to talk about. So lately I've been noticing almost everywhere, in every group of people, in every family, every group of friends, there's this person who's always holding their phone. Their family is talking, making jokes, laughing, and he's just in his phone. What are you doing? What the fuck are you doing? It's like only their physical body is present, not their mind, not their soul. Listen to me. I don't want you to look back and regret not spending time with someone because they are dead. You don't know when you're going to wake up and hear that person died. Life is short. Shut your phone off, put it down, and spend time with your relatives, family, friends, people you love, best friend, partner, because we never know what's gonna happen. It's like us humans appreciate moments only when they become memories. But we forget we have the present sometimes. Sometimes we live in the past, living with those memories and those pleasing moments, or worrying about the future. And we forget we have the present. So we neither live in the present, nor in the past, nor in the future. This is just our physical body here, and our mind is completely somewhere else. Honey, it's called the present for a reason, because it's a gift. And once you die, You don't have that gift anymore. So use it before you die or someone you love dies. Spend time with whoever you love. Do whatever you want. Take calculated risks in life. We live once, and I want you to use it. I want you to look back when you're on your deathbed and say, I lived a good life. I made myself happy. I didn't hurt people. I was a good person. I deserve the world, and now I deserve the heaven. For video games, I advise you to set strict time limits. And many people don't really stick to these time limits, so I suggest using a timer. This would help you. When you hear that ding-ding, 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 you'd stop playing. Don't use the same thing you do with the alarm when you turn it off and say 10 more minutes. Honey, we don't do that. When time ends, you're getting up to do something more beneficial. Watch a video about business, about your dream, how to achieve that, how to learn that, whatever, but not playing. Or guys, there's this strategy that is literally genius, and that's going to make you a lot of money if you use it the right way. So I'm using this with my brother, and now he's doing it. My brother plays video games a lot, and my mom tried so hard to stop him, but he's addicted. Now he doesn't play that much. Now I set some rules, like if you don't play this much, you will take the laptop tomorrow as well. And this is how it's going. So now instead of playing 3-4 hours a day, he only plays 1 hour a day. I was like, okay, if he wastes 1 hour each day playing video games, why doesn't he make videos on YouTube and have a gamer channel? This is what he was doing now. So I suggest, if you are obsessed with video games and you play different games and you're really good, don't try to kill this passion. Actually use it. Start uploading on YouTube. And now you are making money with something you love doing. Also guys, to make sure you're not addicted, every time you feel like you want to play, think, do I really need to play? And what's the worst that can happen if I don't play? Nothing. You'll just end up doing something else, and probably something more beneficial. So don't always go to play video games the moment you feel this urge to play. Honey, it's just a suggestion your mind gave you. Don't make it addictive, because the moment you start listening to this urge every time and you go to play, it's like this game is controlling you, not your mind controlling it. You should have control with this over everything. And with this, you can resist not playing. Okay, I feel like playing, but I'm not going to play because I'm not addicted. When you start doing this, you're going to start convincing your mind subconsciously that you're not actually addicted. And you play when you only want to, not because you have to. A wise psychologist says, whenever you want to stop doing something, replace it with something else. Otherwise, you won't be able to just stop doing it. It's not going to be easy, and you're more likely to go back to the old habit. So when it comes to junk food, instead of just stop eating junk food, replace it with food that has more nutritional value, like vegetables, fruits, nuts, so your body doesn't lack what you're not eating. Also, keep junk food out of your house to reduce temptation. So, let's say you love eating cookies, and every day when you come back from work, you have cookies on the counter. So every day you grab one cookie, eat it, it tastes good. Next day, same thing. Well, now you're going to keep cookies out of your house. You're no longer buying cookies, but you're not keeping that counter empty. Replace it with some fruits. Place an apple instead of cookies. So now when you come back from work, you don't feel like this counter lacks something. It has an apple, right? So you're still going to eat something that tastes good. It's just not cookies, it's an apple, and it's healthier. But you're going to feel this need to eat cookies when you leave the counter empty. And to make this thing more interesting, don't just put an apple on the counter. Put different fruits like bananas, apples, orange. When there are many options, your mind is less likely to remember cookies and actually feel this need to eat it. Okay, another thing which is really important is you have to plan your meals and snacks ahead of time so you avoid impulsive eating. Try to keep your meals breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And don't eat those snacks or those things you eat between dinner and lunch or breakfast and lunch, which is going to help you digest better. And drink plenty of water and regular meals to keep hunger at bay. For example, in my religion, it's healthy to drink 3 liters per day. I never got there, to be honest. I only now try to drink between 1 liter and 1.5 liters per day. But the more water you drink, the healthier your body gets. Some people find it hard to resist cravings, so if you're one of those people, try to go for a walk or jogging to distract yourself. Never go to that option where you eat something to kill that hunger. No. You have the ability to wait for lunch and you have the ability to wait for dinner. Last point in the video, which is alcohol and drugs. So if you're struggling with alcohol or drugs use, consider a therapy as a solution, or surround yourself with people who were addicted and now they healed. We become who we hang out with. So if you hang out with people who were addicted and now they healed from alcohol or drugs use, you would look up to them. You would say, if they did it, I can do it. So try to find those people and cut off those friends who still use alcohol and drugs. Don't try to save everyone with you. Listen, I'm talking from experience. You can't. Everyone would do what they want, no matter how much you try, no matter how much you convince them, no matter how many arguments you use. If they don't want to change, they won't. When you change, you either change the people around you or change the people around you. No one got your back. But don't try. It's only you to save everyone. And if you're not whoever wants to be saved, to escape, will come with you. This trap of alcohol and drugs and temporary escape from reality. You're going to be stuck in a bubble with some friends who make you happy temporarily and, going to parties that give you cheap dopamine just to feel these pleasurable sensations and seeing those girls and whatever. No. Get a life. It all starts from here, but just remember, from all the things I said, if you're not willing to start applying them in your life, you won't change. No matter how good the arguments I say are, if you don't want to change something, it won't change. If you don't want to cut junk food, you won't. If you don't want to stop playing video games, you won't. If you don't want to stop drinking alcohol or using drugs, you won't. It's all in the mind. When you want something, you would work for it. When you truly want something, you will try to cut everything that's going to stop you from getting there. I believe in you. I know you can do it. And listen, if you got to this point of the video, congratulations. You're going to be successful someday and you're going to change your life. Like, if you made it until here, congrats, honey, congrats. Because 99% of people didn't even make it to half of the video. And yeah, that was pretty much all. This was the video. If you liked it, I would be glad to make part 2. And I love you so much, guys. I know I don't have many subscribers yet, but I just love you. I love making videos. I love helping people. I love changing people's lives. So yeah, that was pretty much all. Love you.